colours in creation say to us each day,
God loves us so much.
rainbows high above us are another way.
God loves us so much.
God loves us so much. A rainbow up above, the promise of His love. God loves us so much. His promises are true. God loves you.
Green it fills the forest over countries wide.
God loves us so much.
Purple is the thistle on a mountainside.
God loves us so much.
Pink it is the blossom on a springtime tree.
God loves us so much.
Blue it is the color of the sky and sea.
God loves us so much. God loves us so much. A rainbow up above, the promise of His love. God loves us so much. His promises are true. God loves you. Orange is the color at the break of dawn.
God loves us so much.
Yellow is the sun that keeps us nice and warm.
God loves us so much.
Red is the reminder Jesus died for me.
God loves us so much.
All these rainbow colors are for us to see.
God loves us so much.
God loves us so much. A rainbow up above, the promise of His love. God loves us so much. His promises are true. God loves you.
God sent a rainbow in the sky so every girl and boy knows that water nevermore will totally destroy. Purple, orange, pink and green, yellow, red and blue. Reminds us all, shows everyone, God loves you.
God loves us so much. A rainbow up above, the promise of His love. God loves us so much. His promises are true. God loves you. His promises are true. God loves you.
Today we're thinking about Noah and his boat with all the animals. God was really sad, we'd really messed up, and he had this plan that he was going to save Noah and the animals. And so he told Noah to get into the boat with 2 of every animal. What I want us to do is to think of our favourite animal. You got it? I want you to make that noise right now. And every time I say the word animal, I want you to be making the noise of your favourite animal. So Noah was in the ark with all the animals. Brilliant. And it went on for days and days and days and days. I don't know which animals were in the ark, and I don't know any animals' names that were in the ark, but today I'm going to pretend that Doris, the daring donkey, was in the ark. Hello, Doris. Also in the ark was Colin, the cautious crocodile. And all the animals were there together, and I think it must have been really, really smelly. And it went on and on and on, and people thought this is never going to end. But at about 5 months after, God said to Noah, "Look outside, Noah." Noah looked out. All he could still see was sea. But God God said, send a bird out. So Noah said to the raven, you go out and see what you can find. So the raven went out, and before too long, he came back because there was no land. The sea was still there, the waters were still high. So Noah waited a little bit longer, and he sent out a dove, and he said to the dove, you go find out what you can see. The dove flew off, and then it came back with a twig in its mouth. And Noah thought, there must be some tall trees that they can now see. So Noah waited again, and he sent the dove back out. And this time, the dove didn't come back. The dove had found somewhere that was dry to land. Noah waited again, and then God said, come out of the ark. So Noah came out of the ark with all the animals. There was the daring Doris, the donkey. She absolutely bolted out of that ark. Whee, 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 she said. Fantastic. Cautious Colin the crocodile was thinking, oh, is it safe? Should I come? What's going to happen next? When Noah got out of the ark, he thanked God for the nice dry land. And God did something amazing. He said to Noah, look in the sky. Look, I'm going to make a beautiful thing called a rainbow. And when you see that rainbow, you'll know that I love you. When you see that rainbow, you will know I'm making a special promise to you that I will never ever flood the whole earth again. The rainbow is the promise of God's love. And I was thinking, 5 months. 5 months when I read that story in the Bible, I thought, oh, that's a bit like us. We were stuck in our houses for such a long time. And I'm wondering, are we like Doris, the daring donkey, ready and waiting and just dying to find out what's going to happen next? Or do we feel a bit more like cautious Colin the crocodile and wondering what's going to happen next? Noah didn't rush anything. He sent out the raven, he sent out the doves. And maybe we feel a bit like that as well. We're not quite sure what we should be doing, how much we should be doing and where we should be going. And it all feels a bit, gives us a bit of a funny feeling, and we feel more like cautious Colin than daring Doris. But if you're a daring Doris or a cautious Colin, like Noah, we can know that God's got a promise of his love, and he's got a good plan, and the world will come back to something like we know it more. But whatever happens, we can look and see a rainbow and remember that God loves us.
I wonder, what part of the story of Noah did you enjoy the most? I wonder what Noah found the most difficult when he was on the ark. What do you think? I wonder what Noah actually quite enjoyed about being in the ark. I wonder what Noah felt like when he saw that rainbow in the sky. I think there'll be some things that Noah did enjoy about being in the ark, and some things he found really tricky about being in the ark. The There may be things that we find really hard when we can't do the things that we want to do at the moment. And maybe there's things that we quite enjoy about these different times. I wonder, what do we think about knowing that God loves us and is with us? The rainbow is a symbol of hope, a symbol of God's love. I wonder, what does that mean for us? How does that make us feel today?